Hey guys, this episode of STS Radio is brought to you by Gnarly Beard Company. You growing out a beard for No Shave November, you want to look a little better for the ladies for it? Hey, nobody blames you. Nobody blames you at all, man. Hey, you want to even look better for the guys? Hey, more power to you. But if you want your beard to look better, if you want it to smell better, then Gnarly Beard Company's got you covered. Because listen to this. They have beard oils, balms, brushes, washes, and butters. All of them made from natural ingredients. They even have clothing available as well, just to make you look a little better on the outside as well, from the neck beard down. So look for special scented oils such as Walker Repellent, or the new one, Sinful. You know, ladies love a good cinnamon bun smell that comes off of guys. Cinnamon actually is one of the most attractive smells for a young lady. Scientific studies have actually determined that. So, hey, pumpkin spice lattes. You know, if you can smell like a pumpkin spice latte, I'm sure Gnarly Beard's on that right now. But they do have those. Most of them are sold out right now, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be in stock in the future. And if you use promo code MEG15, that's MEAG15, at checkout, you're going to get 15% off of most of your order. Check them out, see if they sell any Gnarly Beard Company products in a store nearby using their store locator. And don't forget, promo code MEG15, MEAG15. That'll get you 15% off most items on their website. And that's Gnarly Beard Company, GNARLEY, beardco.com. You can also find them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Are you ready? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Welcome to STS Radio.
You just wait and see how far we're gonna go.
Because regular radio fucking sucks.
Welcome to another episode of STS Radio. I'm Andrew Moss. With me, Cat. This cat that I used to work with at WZLX for a couple of months. So you were an intern there. I was an associate producer.
And you were kind of one of my mentors, and we got along really well. We bonded over rock and roll and wrestling. I mean,
yeah,
how can you hate that?
I mean, those are some words I've never heard in my life. Like, you were a mentor.
Everybody's got to be something.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard those words, so I understand I'd be in the same boat.
I just took that as like, hey, this is a mentor for me. Like, somebody calling me a mentor is like, hey, it was your job to make sure I didn't fuck up, and you apparently did a good job.
That's right. You know, you're like the Sith Master, if you will. And I am the apprentice.
Obi-Wan. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen each other. Like, for those that listen to ZLX, when were you there?
I was there for the springtime of 2013.
All right. Yep. So if anybody listened at that time, the guys referred to you as Bieber Bob because of your haircut. It had like a kind of like Justin Bieber kind of vibe to it.
That, or they sometimes just called me the old guy because I'm an old intern.
Yeah.
In my mid-30s, being an intern.
Yep. And like I think like the last time I saw you, I think you had you actually had this cane with you. It was so fucking badass. It was one of those canes that had like a sword that was like hidden inside of the actual cane itself. Cause, like, it did something to your ankle. I can't remember what the hell it was.
I broke my ankle in a mosh pit, at the very last mosh pit that I was ever in. It was for mindless self-indulgence. I was 35 years old, so I knew way better. Ended up in the middle of the pit, having a great time. Somehow I fell. When I went to get back up, I think somebody stepped on my ankle while I was standing up and snap.
Yep.
Now, I did finish the show, though. I went out of the pit, got escorted out, went outside. It was at the Worcester Palladium. Went outside to where the EMT was sitting in the ambulance. He's like, if you broke your ankle and you take your boot off, you're never getting it back on. He goes, I could bring you to the hospital if you want. What do you want to do? I'm like, well, I'm going to go finish the rest of the show because it was only the first quarter of the show.
Yeah.
So after that, I ended up going to sit at the bar and had a few vodka drinks while watching the rest of Mindless Self-Indulgence. Then my buddy brought me down the road about a quarter mile to one of the UMass hospitals in Worcester.
Yeah, that's right, because there's a hospital like literally right around the corner from there.
Yeah, UMass Memorial.
That's such a great location too, because it's like you have the arena that's over there, you have the Palladium, couple of bars that are around there, and then you have a hospital. So it's like, hey, you can have a great time, go get fucked up, go catch a show, go to a convention or whatnot. And if anything happens, like you can literally walk to the hospital.
Right. I picture it like a cartoon. You know, if something happens, you're gonna have two guys come just walking out, kind of waddling out with a stretcher, put you on, and trug you up to the hotel, to the hospital rather, not hotel.
Hey, if they wheel you up to a hotel, man, that's I would take that.
That would be a good service. There's the $1 million idea right there.
Exactly. Screw Uber.
Right? You get your own escort to the hotel.
Yeah.
I would prefer mine to be like, hot women, but take what you can get.
Exactly. Oh, it's equality, man. We'll get some hot nurses, we'll get some Chippendale dancers, kind of.
Maybe one of each, for everybody's flair.
Yeah, the average guy like yourself or myself could do that.
That would be fun.
That would be.
So that was my last experience in a mosh pit, though.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really like taken part of like an actual like mosh pit. Like I'm always usually like the guy that's either like right near like the outskirts of it.
Yep.
That usually gets hit, kind of looks back like motherfucker.
Well, at that point, I was the maniac in there. I've been in pits in tiny, tiny spots. I've been in one at Woodstock '99 with 100,000 other people.
Shit.
So either way, and I was a maniac. I definitely had a group of friends of myself. We used to laugh, call ourselves the Mosh Monsters, and go in and raise hell.
Yeah, and I just picture like you just looking around. There's like these 20, 25-year-old kids. You're just going like, all right, step back, kids. Like,
You're
watch
about
this.
to get learned.
Like, I'm about to take your ass to school, man. Like, this is how you mosh, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. It was a blast. Woodstock 99, I even made it up to the front to give John Davis a high five at the end of his set there.
Fucking nice, dude.
Yeah. I've seen Korn is the band I've seen the most.
Shit.
I've seen them now 25 times.
Shit.
Since the 90s.
I think the band I've seen the most was probably Dope, if I remember right. It's between Dope and Motley Crue. Like Motley Crue, I've seen about 3 or 4 times. Aerosmith, I've seen 3 times. Dope, I think I've seen them like going back to like '99. I think I've seen them like over 10 times.
Nice. I've never seen Dope. Actually, and I'm a big fan of them. I've never seen them. I've never seen Motley Crue either, which makes me sad.
Yeah. Brother surprised me with tickets to their farewell show at Mohegan Sun. I was just like, holy shit. He's like, dude, do you care where we sit? I was like, no, dude, we could be behind someplace that's obstructed. As long as I'm there, I don't give a fuck.
Right, because it's a concert. You can just hear it and be fine if it's
good.
Good.
It was so cool, man, because, like, you had Alice Cooper opening up for him, too, and I'm just like, fucking nice.
Which sounds so weird, Alice Cooper opening from anyone, but let alone Motley Crue.
But yeah, so we get to the concert. He's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna hang on to your ticket. I don't want you to lose it." I'm like, "Whatever. Yeah, I'm a klutz. Whatever. It's fine." So we get to the venue, and he's like, "All right, let's go grab something to drink." So we grab something to drink and whatnot. And I'm like, "All right, man, we heading up?" He's like, "No, we're gonna go down the escalator here." And like, when you have to go down the escalator, that means you're on the floor level. I'm like, "You're fucking kidding."
Oh, fantastic!
There we are, like almost like 20 rows away from the stage.
At Mohegan, you said?
At the Mohegan Arena, yeah, like. And, like, we sit down, I'm looking around, I'm like, this is so fucking dope. I look up, there's Tommy Lee's roller coaster drum track just, like, going right over our fucking heads. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck, look at that shit!
He has a roller coaster drum set now?
Yeah, he had one. They don't tour anymore, obviously. But
right. That's true.
Yeah, but he had this roller coaster drum kit. Like, the drum kit would rise up, and it would just follow this track. It would go over the crowd, and it would spin forward and whatnot. And, like, he's hitting out his drum beat and whatnot. It was so fucking badass. But I felt bad for him because, like, the very last show, they're recording it for like, a concert film and DVD, Blu-ray and whatnot. This thing stops, like, halfway. He's, like, kind of hanging on and whatnot. You just hear him go, "What the fuck?"
So what, he was just dangling, kind of,
waiting
for it to rotate?
Yeah, he was just kind of dangling and whatnot. And he had to wait for some members of the road crew to get him down and whatnot. And they got the drum set back to the stage.
Nice.
But I also thought it was really cool because, like, a couple rows behind us, it looked like there was a small band set up and whatnot. We're like, we didn't think anything of it. The band comes out, does their encore on that, and as they're rising up, they take, like, the first row of people up with them. I'm like, holy fuck.
That's fantastic.
That is so fucking badass. But it was pretty cool. We ended up getting some confetti that was from the concert. My brother actually got me one of Nikki Sixx's guitar picks that he was tossing out. I'm like, fucking yes.
Nice.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
I've been to hundreds of shows. The only pick I ever had is actually from another Korn concert. That one from Monkey, throwing it out to the crowd.
Shit, nice, man.
No, it's signed. He signed it. Sam I Am on it. It's fantastic.
To each their own, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think I've only actually caught like 2 picks at a concert myself. The first one was from a guy named Bricks, who was with Dope for a little bit.
Okay.
and it was at this place called Jared's Place. It was in Attleboro, Massachusetts, like this little basement area.
Nice.
The fucking band hated it because they had to like bring their gear like down these stairs and whatnot, and then at the end of the night bring it back up the stairs and onto the tour bus and whatnot. They fucking hated it.
But it must have been a great place to see a show. I love small venues.
Like that. It was a great place to see a concert and whatnot. And the last one that I actually caught was it was Halloween night. I want to say it was like 2012, 2013 ish. I got tickets to go see Ace Frehley down at Showcase Live over near Gillette Stadium.
Okay.
And sure enough, flicks a pick out there and whatnot. I see it. It lands on the ground. Stomped right on it. I'm like, yep,
nice.
That is mine. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I'm like, yay, I caught Ace Frehley's pick. Yay.
Nice.
So friggin' dope. But yeah, man, like, I remember you and I, like either texting or Facebook messaging. And, like, one of the things that kind of, like, had me scratching my head was, like, when we were in radio and whatnot, he said, like, Braden and I kind of, like, scared you away from radio. I'm just like, what the fuck? Wait, we didn't want to discourage anybody from doing fucking radio. Like, yeah, we were miserable, but...
No, it's not that you guys scared me away from radio. It was more of how corporate treats the radio employees that scared me away.
All right, I was going to say, I was like, shit, I didn't mean to, like, scare anybody away here. Like,
No. It wasn't an action that you guys did. It was the way that corporate treats you, like everything else, honestly. But
yeah,
that kind of dissuaded me from it, and I just didn't like the way they treated another internship I had at 103.3 the same way. Kind of ended abruptly.
Yeah, like they didn't even bother to call you and just say, hey, this is what's going on. You can finish out your internship or you can just not show up, whatever.
Although I did get to go on air for that last day. That was the only time I went on air at 103.3.
Nice.
So
but, yeah,
it was kind of interesting to see DJs trying to be politically correct and nice where they just got fired the night before and told that was their last day. So that was interesting, too.
Yeah. And it's like I worked at this radio station in New Hampshire after ZLX. Trying to remember. So they broadcasted the show on Frank FM and WXLF, The Wolf.
Okay.
And like I left that show December of 2014-ish. Yeah, it's 2014, I think.
So how long were you there?
I was there for about 3 months.
All right.
Like about 3 months. Because I was there, I think it was like early September to like late December. And you know, again, it goes back to like what Jim Ross says about like when wrestling talent quits, it's because of one of the two C's or both. It's either cash or creative. And it was kind of a combination of both. Like I wasn't getting paid. Like my first day there, they were just like, okay, yeah, we're gonna pay you, you know, $12 an hour. I'm like, fucking hey, that's fucking way more than I ever made with ZLX.
All right.
It's like when I was brought on to ZLX, they were just like, okay, you're just gonna screen the phone calls and whatnot. We're gonna pay you $10 an hour for 4 hours a day. I'm staying there, you know, from, you know, I punched in at 5, and I was there until 10 a.m., but, like, the punch out was at, like, 9 a.m. I'm like,
right.
Well, okay, they're getting more phone calls at the end of the show between 9 and 10, you know, and I'm also working on other shit here. I should get paid for that. That's kind of fucking illegal for me to not get paid for that.
Right.
So...
See, that's the aspect of the business that scared me away from it.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was making decent money at a job I hated.
Yeah.
So even though I hated the job, I needed the money, as we all do. And it kind of scared me from it, and I haven't recorded anything since until recently.
Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of fucked up because there was twice within that 5-year period that I was with ZLX. Like technically I was employed with them for about 4, a little bit more than 4 years.
Yeah.
Because I was actually an intern with them for about 8 months before they hired me.
Okay.
So kind of a long internship. I kind of set a record with them, but but yeah, they bring me on and whatnot. And eventually, after a couple of years, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm in good standing here. You know, I'm just barely making enough money to like keep coming back up here. You know, maybe I should ask for a raise. What the hell? So I go and I talk to the two DJs about, you know, hey guys, you know, do you think there's any chance that I could get a raise here? And they said, well, you know, it's something you'd have to talk to the program director about, but we're going to a meeting with him later today. We can kind of chuff you up a little bit beforehand. I'm like, okay, you mean chuff me up like verbally? Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Right.
So, so they do that and whatnot. And eventually I meet up with the program director and he's saying that, well, they're not approving raises at this time. So I'm just like, all right, man, kind of felt like maybe I overstepped my bounds and whatnot, but I was like, all right, you know what, whatever, I'll keep